18-year-old Indian chess grandmaster Ramesh Babu R Praggnanandhaa put up an epic fight against world number one Magnus Carlsen in the final of the Chess World Cup in Baku. The youngest Indian to ever play in the World Cup, this teenager has won 1 billion hearts with a magnificent display, and what a genius that he has shown. Here's a recap of how Praggnanandhaa fared in the final. He managed to reach this far. He's already beaten number 3 and number 2 as well. Wishing Praggnanandhaa all the very best for ahead, and there will be many more opportunities for him to win.
An 18-year-old carrying the hopes of 1.4 billion Indians. On Thursday, Ramesh Babu Praggnanandhaa and Magnus Carlsen played in the tiebreakers of the Chess World Cup final. This had come about after the first 2 games were drawn. The final actually began on Tuesday. In the first of the 2 classical games, Praggnanandhaa started with white pieces, and in a rather surprising game, both opponents agreed to a short 35-move draw. In the second game on Wednesday, Praggnanandhaa was playing with black pieces. Yet again, both players agreed to a rapid draw after a conservative opening which suggested a stalemate. But on Thursday, a champion would be decided. However, the pressure of the World Cup and time problems meant Praggnanandhaa lost the first 25-minute rapid game with white pieces to Carlsen. In the second game, Carlsen's swift and solid moves ensured there was no way back for Pragg. The second rapid ended in a draw, and Carlsen won the World Cup for the first time. Pragg may have lost, but he achieved history by becoming the 3rd youngest player to reach the prestigious Candidates Tournament. Sports Bureau, India Today.
And we get you now the first reaction, the exclusive of Praggnanandhaa. What does he have to say? He may have lost in the World Cup final, but remember it was against world number 1, and he'll have many more chances as well. After the match, my colleague Nikhil Naz caught up with Praggnanandhaa and President of the All India Chess Federation, Sanjay Kapoor. Here's what they have to say.
Joining us right now, Sanjay Kapoor, who's the head of Indian Chess Federation, as well as Pragg himself. Thank you so much for taking our time and speaking to India Today. Pragg, let me start with you. Where do you think it went wrong for you?
Yeah, the first game was the important one where it went wrong, and I had a good position, but then I kind of spoiled it a bit in time crunch, and and then second game I didn't get much chances. I had to win in a must-win game with black, which is not easy, and he's also very experienced in such situations. So yeah, I think I could have maybe put up a better fight, but I mean, we have been playing here for 4 weeks already, and I'm very happy, first of all, to be in the finals, and in general I'm just happy about the way I was playing overall in the
Mr. Kapoor, I'd love to know from you as well that you've been there, you saw this final, but in general, I'm sure a lot of people must have come to you knowing the fact that, there were so many Indians who did well, and especially Pragg's performance. What is the kind of sense that you got from the rest of the chess world when they were looking at Pragg and his performance here at the World Cup?
He's a star. One word, he's a star. And Chaturang is an Indian game, and he'll be back to its roots. And we are back. And golden era of chess is starting in India again.
Pragg, you love your rasam and rice. Did you get a lot of rasam and rice during this tournament? And is that one of the reasons that you were able to perform this well?
Yeah, of course. My mother was cooking here. In general, I prefer not taking too much outside food, especially in other countries, because it can get you sick. And
yes.
That happened to Magnus 2 days back. So, for me, home food is always best, I guess, for everyone. So I was fortunate to get that.
The one other thing that's really happened for you is you've qualified for the candidates. You now are not in a position which you could have been earlier. You had to wait for Magnus's decision whether he's going to participate and only then get to play. But now that you qualified well in advance, does that put you in a better frame of mind? And now you can, totally focus on that candidates that will happen in April in Canada?
Yeah, of course. It's much better because yeah, it's not a like a good feeling like to qualify when you have to wait for others' decision. Yeah, it's better to qualify directly, and I'm very happy to do that. And yeah, I can already start to prepare mentally. Also, chess wise, it's like 6 months away. No, maybe a bit more than that. But yeah, I still have a lot of tournaments this year. So for now, I'll just try to keep on going with what I'm doing, and then maybe when I get a break, I'll start to really focus on that.
You played 3 time control games, the rapid fire, before reaching the final. Do you think if you didn't have, and we know how chess can be really tiring on the body as well as the mind, had you not had those intense encounters earlier, maybe a bit of an easy route to the final, you could have given a better account of yourself in the final? Those 3 rapid fires that you went with took a toll on you, both physically, mentally, in the final?
Yeah, of course. I played 14 classical chess alone, and if you take the tie breaks into account, yeah, of course, there's been a lot of games, and especially the tie breaks, because also the one against Arjun, there were so many emotions involved because each game he was also coming back again and again. So it was really a very, very challenging match for both of us. And yeah, of course, it makes you tired and exhausted. But yeah, I guess that's the format of this tournament. And yeah, you have to be ready for such matches.
Ramesh Babu, Praggnanandhaa has every reason to be proud of himself. India is proud of him, and I'm sure that he's going to be winning many more tournaments ahead. You saw that woman next to him, that's his mother, Nagalakshmi. His support in all the international tournaments as well. Parent support at this time as well, very crucial.